Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a very simple, stripped down minimalist home. I wanted to do this in part because I was reevaluating a lot of things in my life, and so I felt like I needed to do a lot of minimalist thinking, which in turn makes me want to do a build in the same way. So minimalism refers to a lot of things in history, from like post-war art to music, and there's a lot you can read about it. I will touch base on it just a bit on minimalist architecture, using Wikipedia as a reference, because in no way do I have this knowledge off the top of my head. So minimalism in architecture and design is used to describe a reduction to necessary elements. The point of minimalism is to also draw focus to the connection between two objects. That could be specific, like lighting and shadows and just negative space left by objects. Essentially less intricate and ornate designs, less cluttered space, kind of unlike Art Deco or any sort of traditional architecture. When it comes to homes though, simple and clean design isn't deemed minimal just because the home itself is larger or uses more expensive building materials. It was actually architect Ludwig Mies van der Rohe, a German architect, who adopted the term less is more. He, actually I don't know if he was the first to design minimalist homes, but his homes were particular in that every element and design was to serve multiple visual and functional purposes in the home, like designing the floor to also act as a radiator, or having a massive fireplace to house the bathroom. So there's loads of other minimalist designers, but that's just a tidbit of that. So I just used a bit of that for inspiration, I guess, that little bit of knowledge. And yeah, so I went ahead and I looked at some of his houses, and I was immediately inspired. I didn't want to do a direct copying or replication of his designs, because I mean they're very minimal. They're almost boxy, and they're beautiful in their own way, but usually when you're playing The Sims, it can get kind of what would be the word? It can be kind of boring playing in a box repetitively, so having an interesting home in the game is kind of important. But yeah, so even though it kind of looks big when it's empty, I don't think it's that big. I forgot the size of the lot, but it shouldn't be too big. I think you can place this in most medium to small sized lots comfortably and fine, maybe. And so yeah, I don't actually know if minimalist homes have had like the half up roof. Oh god, I don't know the technical term, but you know what I mean. So yeah, and it does have a touch of modern in it, just to sort of bring more interest, I guess. To the right of it, actually, I made a even more stripped down minimalist home, but it's a box, and with windows. But it leads to a downstairs basement area, which I'm proud of that build. I should build something like it in the future. This one isn't that bad either, though. So yeah, I'm starting to add details, and I'm like, no, it's too much. It's not very, very minimalism. And so here in the kitchen, I really liked these this backsplash from the Parenthood pack. It's almost weird if I don't use it. I feel like I can't unsee kitchens without backsplashes now. So yeah. So I tried not opting for the highest finishes because I quickly saw myself like, oh wait, like the finishes don't have to be that insanely clean or streamlined. So I think I do change the appliances. But that's okay. I have no problem with that. So here I'm just trying to let some light in, placing the appliances. I think the thing I do like about this kitchen is that it's really open, and I don't know, it's really hard to make a kitchen look nice and like put together while there's nothing like to decorate it. But I did put some bar stools in, some lighting, and a shelf. But I don't, looking back at this now, I don't know where you would put your food. Like there's one shelf and there's no cabinets. So I don't know. But I figure, yeah. I mean, I do put storage on the sides. So on the sides of those back walls. So it kind of makes sense, I guess. Yeah. So initially, I had the minimalism idea, but I felt like, why don't I just make a new home for one of the townie sims, so one of the sims that come pre-made in the game. That's what I did. So if you're familiar with the game, it's loaded with these sims named Bob and Eliza Pancake. And The Sims is really funny in that it sort of sets up your Sims to have a storyline before you play them. But I think that's really funny. And essentially their storyline is they're a man and a wife. And they have a tumultuous marriage, I guess. And they decide to open up a restaurant. And so I've never actually played with them. So that's hasn't happened in my game. But I imagine that their restaurant gets a lot of success. And so they move out of their really gross ass house. And they hire an architect to help them build a home. But part of Eliza's personality trait is that she's very materialistic. And so that's what I thought, like, okay, so we can build something to counteract that, I guess, to where she doesn't have a lot of things that, you know, that'll give her those feelings for wanting and needing things and being happy just because she has things. So I thought this was kind of a great place to start. So I kind of skipped over a lot of stuff that happened. Basically, right here, this is one of my favorite areas, is a little office nook. And I love it, and I love this part about more modern minimalist homes, is that they have a lot of open space, but they utilize smaller places for still have a purpose in it. So, yeah. So I made this into an office. Over on the right, what you saw was a makeshift laundry room. Obviously, they don't work because Sims doesn't have that. But yeah, I'm really happy with this little nook. I tried putting this flooring in other parts of the house, but it didn't work. It didn't work out. So that's reserved for just that little nook. The dining room is one of my favorite areas. I love it. It has a lot of streamlined features while also being very natural, and I feel like it looks very conscious of the environment. But yeah, so let me see. Yeah, so I thought this was a good idea. They kind of look like built-in concrete planters, bringing the outside in a little bit. This living room, though, not crazy about it. I had no direction, and I tried looking at minimalist living rooms, and you know, I probably would have been fine if there wasn't a TV here, but the TV kind of just made it like, oh, but this is an entertainment area, I better dress it up a little bit. So I lost direction here. There's weak spots to every one of my builds, I'm thinking. So yeah, so I try to make it as best as I can, try to improve it. Am I happy with it? Not really, but it's okay. It's only a living room. I don't think the Sims will spend a majority of their time here. And so yeah, just putting that storage over on the side. Yeah, I think part of the point of minimalism isn't to have things that you can just store away, but I also think, I mean, you have to have a place to put, like, toiletries and cleaning supplies. Like, I don't know. I think I just wanted to balance out the area. But overall, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with everything. So yeah, just adding some railing. That's kind of unsafe to not have railing. I don't know. I think so realistically with these things sometimes. I hope it doesn't take away from it. But that's just my personal feelings with that. So here I wanted to make a little workout room, I guess. There's no room for any other equipment, but I decided to put 2 treadmills in here, and yeah, that's all there is in here. It's just a treadmill room, I guess. But I guess you could also do floor exercises or something here. Yeah, and again with the cabinetry, it seemed like a very bare room, and so why not utilize some of this for I don't know, like weights or something. I don't know, you can put those in there, I guess. So yeah, so here I used some items from the fitness stuff pack, and so I just put some plants up here, made sure to put enough lighting, but yeah, kept this room very simple, didn't want to add too much. Here I just made sure to add a bit of greenery, I guess, just bring a little more color to everything. It is starting to look very very neutral in palette, so I like the green. I like what the green does to the room. So here I'm making the bathroom, the bottom floor bathroom. It's a full bathroom, so it has a shower and a toilet that you can use. I wanted to make it realistic in the sense that there should be enough privacy for someone to use the bathroom, but I do find that a lot of modern homes, like, they really don't. They don't always have a way for privacy. So I made just a little hedge, kind of like I did in the other room. And yeah, I use that to bring a little more privacy. If someone really wanted to, they could peer in and see what you're doing. But I imagine these lots in more secluded places, I guess. But yeah, bathroom is very simple. I wanted to use the glass doors pretty badly, so I just thought, like, oh, I'll make a little hallway before you actually see anything. So the door leading to the bathroom is glass, but you won't see anything. You still have your privacy because it's tucked away in a different little mini section of its own. So yeah, here, adding a mirror, adding some lighting. So yeah, I do really like this bathroom. It's kind of small, and I'm sure it's small for most people. But yeah, being large and open isn't necessarily the point in minimalism. I guess I have to keep that in mind to not be so hard on myself. So yeah, just here, adding doors to every room. I figure that eventually the townies, Bob and Eliza, they want to have children. So I made one children's room. I don't think they do yet, but that's just there if you want to add a child sim, or if you want to wait for them to make their own sim. But yeah, and I really like this. It's a simple little balcony going out to the outside. The main bedroom, the master bedroom, I guess. I didn't have a lot of ideas, but I also thought that maybe that was a good thing. I could keep it very minimal and not use a lot of clutter, make sure every space of the room counts, and to still have enough to have some breathing room. But yeah, here I'm just adding some seating because it was a pretty large room. Like, I don't know. I figure you should have somewhere to sit in your own room, plus a bookshelf. So here's the bathroom. Just figuring out the layout for this one was hard too. There was a lot of warm light coming in from the windows. I don't know how much I was crazy about that. Like, I don't know. I wish it had been more akin to real daylight. But it's okay. The bathroom, it kind of helped me not to think about it too much. Like, okay, well, there's not much I can help in a way of this, so that's fine. Just very minimal. I think that's a napkin holder I used, but it looked like it went with it. So I was fine with that. Yeah, needed some greenery though. When in doubt, add greenery. Here's the kids' room. I didn't spend a lot of time in this. I don't have a lot of experience furnishing children's rooms or teenager rooms. I don't find it the most thrilling experience. But I tried. I tried to use colors that weren't so subjective, or and colors that well, I guess not colors, but patterns and palettes that went really well with the overall theme of the house. So yeah, I don't think it was so bad. Here, just making up the hallway because it was really empty. I also added some paneling in the bedrooms on certain walls. Here, I'm just trying to figure out lighting, honestly. I really liked that, the huge, tall, like, box lighting has a little, like, empty space in the middle. And the one I kept putting up there, but it's too modern, too excessive, too, I don't know, too eye-catching, I guess. So, here, just trying to figure out what I want to put on the wall. Started with some artwork. Yeah. And, I don't think I did anything fancy here. It was just some pretty standard wall stuff. Yeah. Wasn't crazy about those bookshelves. A little too utility looking. But yeah. Felt there should be some kind of seating out here too, but I didn't want to take away too much from the outdoor space. And yeah, so I left that like that. And I tried adding some more here. Just a little bit of interest. Nothing cluttery. Yeah. So I tried making some changes here, but I kind of like how the stone railing looks. So yeah, for the outdoor space on the second floor, I don't think I did anything. I just put some lights because anything I did looked too lavish, I guess. So if you wanted to, you can decorate it much better than I did. But that was just my thinking. This area, the pool area, I did put a little more thought into it. But it's still small. It's still reduced to very little. And, yeah. I'm really happy with it, actually. Put a little bit of these hedges for privacy and to just break up the space. I put one small table here with some chairs for simple outdoor eating. I was gonna put a grill out here, but it's like if you were to grill, there's nowhere for anyone to eat. So I don't know. Took that out. I believe I put a yoga mat out there. So that should be it. Here I wanted to dress it up like sort of like a forest setting. In the reference pictures I used, there were a lot of sort of like, it wasn't a forest, I guess. A lot of the minimalist houses I saw, and plus the one next to it, the build next to it, that's also a minimalist house, had it. So I just thought I'll make them match. Usually my builds do not really look like they go together, but I tried for this one. I tried a little bit, and then I actually spent a lot of time on the front trying to make like different driveways and different using different like stones and things like that. I think I eventually get rid of these. So in the final build, the pavement isn't that broken up and stone like, so it's more flat. But so that's the only change that you won't see. But yeah, wanted to landscape it to be just very bare in the forest, like it popped up overnight. I'm pretty happy with it though. So yeah, coming down to the end of the build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next build. Bye!